We're going through two pandemics right now around the world. And there's the pandemic of coronavirus, and there's a pandemic of addiction too. And so I think that it will speak to an enormous number of people who are experiencing not only addiction, but pain and grief and loss. There's something at the center of each addict that's missing, that they feel that they need to fill. And addiction isn't just, it doesn't have to come in the form of how it did for me in alcohol and cocaine, but it can be exhibited in so many different ways. And at the core of each addict is a hole. The way that I describe it is this God-sized hole that you need, that you feel like you need to fill, but nothing can possibly fill it. And so you numb yourself. And to that end, I do believe that trauma has played a significant role in my story. And I think the story of so many other people. But thank God I have a family in which I'm able to talk about it. I'm able to talk about this openly. And I was with him constantly. I was always with him constantly, but basically, it got much worse towards the end. And after that is when after my brother died, about a year after, is when I really descended into a really dark, dark place. My dad calls me every day. Even during that period of time, he called me every day. They never let me go. He knocked on my door, and I was living by myself for the first time in 46 years. My brother had just died. I was separated with my wife. I was in an apartment by myself, and I was basically drinking myself to death. It was awful. I mean, grief does funny things, and combine that with with addiction, and it is it's a really hard thing to overcome. And he knocked on the door and he said, "Hunter, are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine, Dad." He said, "No, you're not. You need help." And I went, and I actually, he saved me then. But he saved me so many times. I did the work that was required of every board member. And I would also like you to remember is that what I was paid is the equivalent of what people are paid to serve on corporate boards. And I was paid exactly what other board members on that board were. But here's at the bottom line: not one investigative body, not one legitimate journalist or group of journalists or newspaper or editor have come to the conclusion other than this: my dad did nothing wrong, and that I did nothing illegal or wrong in doing so. But you're right, I created a perception, and a perception that was wielded against us in an incredibly wild and conspiratorial way. I was a little taken aback by anyone even questioning whether he would run again. My dad is younger than me in his physical and mental capacity. And I really mean that. I mean, I don't know anyone that has more energy. I've also, never seen someone so at ease with who they are and the responsibility in front of them. And the responsibility is huge. But I'm absolutely certain that he has the stamina and the will to make certain that his administration in this country can be as successful as possible.